Hello, everyone. If you've been following my Twitch channel, which if you haven't, you could check it out at twitch.tv/Dustamonsta, or you can check out my other channel, which I have listed at this main channel, where I post all my VODs. You know that I've been loving streaming Kingdom Hearts because it's a fantastic franchise that has been a major part of my childhood and has helped me as an adult as well. So, with the recent announcement of Kingdom Hearts 4, there's been a lot of discussion and debate surrounding what will be in this next game. Which worlds will we see, and what movies will finally, or just recently, get their appearance in this franchise? And that is what I'm discussing here today, and what better way to do that than with a tier list. I have put together about approximately, I want to say it's like over 100 different Disney movies and or franchises, just to give a taste of what may be in the discussion. And for the list here, I have the tier selected. So starting from the top, long overdue are movies that have been around for a good while. Fans have been waiting for this movie to appear in the game, and they need to appear at some point. Right for the picking is movies that are pretty recent. I want to say about the past 5 to 7 years. Usually something that wouldn't have been considered during the development stages of KH3. And I think these worlds will definitely have a great potential for that. And speaking of potential, potential is just middle of the road where usually there could be a possibility to see the world or maybe have the main character appear as a summon, something like that. Unlikely are ones that, I hear a lot of people say that, oh, this would be really awesome, but logistically it might not work. And lastly, the final ones are impossible slash have not seen, which are movies that I think will definitely not make an appearance because I don't think they would even be on Nomura's radar, or I haven't seen them, so I can't say for certain. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at these pictures one by one. Now, these are sort of in a randomized order, so don't expect any kind of chronology for this. So for the first one, we have Old Yeller. And I'm gonna say right now, that's impossible. we're not gonna have a world where we kill a dog. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Okay, we're not gonna see Old Yeller summon. All right, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There's, I want to say there is potential. I think that would be a very interesting world. I think it would all depend on if there is enough interest for it. Ratatouille. Now, also, I want to preface this, even though there are technically characters whose movies we see here, the characters have appeared in Kingdom Hearts games before, we haven't had a specific world dedicated to them. So, this is also part of that discussion. Ratatouille, even though Remy has appeared in KH3, having his own world, I'm not really sure, but there is still potential. I do think we could continue seeing him in the games in the way that we see him in KH3. I think that would be really fun. The Apple Dumpling Gang, that's another one I think is impossible just because there's not really anything of significance to it. I don't really know. The Love Bug, I could absolutely see potential because having Herbie as a summon would be pretty fun. Okay, the Rescuers, that's long overdue. We need a world on the Rescuers ASAP. Same goes for Atlantis. I'm 100% an Atlantis stan. It is absolutely ludicrous that it's taken this long. The Watcher in the Woods. I don't think I've ever seen this movie, but I know the premise, and I do think there is potential. So yeah, here's kind of that. Valiant, I have not seen, so I'm just gonna put that right here. Okay, Midnight Madness. That's an impossible one. If you ever heard about this movie, is like Disney's Animal House before Disney's Animal House with Monsters University. Like, it is absolutely debaucherous. I doubt that they will ever consider that. Great Mouse Detective, long overdue. Bedknobs and Broomsticks, that I could definitely see potential. Like, I would give anything to see Sora, Donald, and Goofy take on a Nazi army. That would be amazing. Dinosaur, I could see potential. You know, maybe if there is a way where we see the gang get turned into dinosaurs, which would be probably pretty weird. But I mean, we've had dinosaur-like creatures before with Dream Drop Distance, so yeah. Enchanted, that's another one I see good potential in, maybe. Cars, I know there's some people who are saying, you know, like, they don't want Cars, but you can't deny the potential. You can't deny that, because, like, I'm not saying we'll, like, see Sora, Donald, and Goofy get transformed into Cars, but I could see a Lightning McQueen summon. I could definitely see that happening. Pete's Dragon, I could see the dragon being a summon. I could see that. Parent Trap, no. Just, it's not happening. Sword in the Stone, of course, we have seen Merlin, but we've never actually met Arthur. And I would like to see that idea explored in the games. So, definitely that. Hocus Pocus, long overdue. All I'm going to say. Homeward Bound, I want to say not likely. You know, I don't really know. Chicken Little, even though we had him as a summon in KH2, I don't really think he's likely for it. Just because there's not enough demand behind it. Like, really, his appearance in KH2 was only as a tie-in to the movie, and even then it wasn't a huge thing, so I doubt that they'll do that. Coco, that is ripe for the picking. Just absolutely ripe. Darby O'Gill and the Little People? No. Now comes what I consider to be a controversial opinion. Marvel and the MCU. I know there's been a lot of people who would love to see Sora, Donald, and Goofy join the likes of the Avengers, take on Thanos. But I'm just going to say right now, it's impossible. I don't think that they're ever going to do that. Okay? I would love to make a whole separate video on that discussion. And all I will say is that it would take a lot of red tape in order for it to work. Moana, that's ripe for the picking. Finding Nemo, I could see a Nemo summon. Emperor's New Groove, long overdue. Star Wars, that's another one people have been talking about, and everybody's been speculating about, oh, is that Endor in KH4? Is that the foot of the ATST? I know Nomura's a big Star Wars guy, but I'm just gonna say it's impossible. Again, I would put that with a video with Marvel. Yeah. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I actually want to say the concept is has more potential. Not really the movie itself, so I'll just stick it in unlikely for now. Make Mine Music. This is part of, I guess you could say, Disney's Fantasia-esque stuff. I don't really know if I would say it would work. I mean, they made Fantasia work, but I'm not sure if there's any, enough grab behind this. So, I'll just put that there. Make Mine Music, yeah. I'll put that in unlikely. Meet the Robinsons, long overdue. Yep. Melody Time, another unlikely. Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I actually had a chance to recently watch this around Halloween, and I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. I didn't really like it, And even so, I don't think it's likely. Wall-E, that's long overdue. Frankenweenie, I could see a Frankenweenie summon, so. A Wrinkle in Time, even though the movie was a bomb, something about me says there's potential. I don't really know what it is, but yeah. Flight of the Navigator, I see potential. Newsies, impossible. That's not happening. Okay, as much as I would love to see Sora in like New York Gab and having a Cockney accent, it's not happening. Haunted Mansion, I want to say I want it to be more about the ride than the movie itself. But even so, I think there is definitely potential. I mean, if we have Pirates of the Caribbean, like we can get the other ride movies. Good Dinosaur, I have not seen, so I don't know. Lilo and Stitch, of course. Now I know people are gonna say we technically had a Stitch world with Deep Space, but we did not get a chance to fully explore the movie of Lilo and Stitch. So I'm gonna say that's long overdue. James and the Giant Peach, I could see potential in it. I would really like to see Sora and the gang interact with James and his gang. Incredibles, long overdue. Onward, ripe. Ripe for the picking. Pocahontas. Just gonna stick that in Impossible. Leave that at that. Brave, that is long overdue. Uh, the Witch Mountain movies, because there's been at least three different iterations of the Witch Mountain movies. I think there was Escape from Witch Mountain, Return to Witch Mountain, and then Race to Witch Mountain. So, I think out of all of them, the most recent one that they did, Race with Dwayne Johnson, would probably be the one that they would do. I could see potential in it. Yeah. Same thing with Jungle Cruise. There's potential. Bolt, I could see a Bolt summon if they do it with the character Bolt from the TV show he's in, where he's like the super dog. The BFG, I could see the BFG having potential. Encanto, that is perfectly ripe, okay? This movie is absolutely blowing up. There's no way they could not consider Encanto. Ron's Gone Wrong, I could see potential. Maybe a Ron summon. Turning Red, I still have yet to see, but I definitely hear a lot of good things about it, so there is definitely potential. Yeah. Next is Return to Oz. That's long overdue. Like, who are we kidding? Yeah. Bug's Life, long overdue. Wreck-It Ralph, and I'm talking about proper Wreck-It Ralph representation, okay? No Ralph summon, no appearance in a bad mobile game. I want a proper Wreck-It Ralph world in 3D in a mainline Kingdom Hearts game. That Darn Cat, impossible. Okay, we're starting to get expanding our list really high now. Okay, so also we're starting to include some of the other properties that Disney has bought out, including the Blue Sky Studio films. So I think Ice Age does have potential. I know the sequels are bad, but something about me just says, yeah, I could see that working. Black Hole. That's that weird sci-fi movie that Disney tried to do to kind of have their own identity before they got Star Wars. Something about me says there is potential with that. I don't know. Mars Needs Moms. I mean, I could see that idea working, but not likely. Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Again, not likely. Inside Out has a great deal of potential. Zootopia, we're long overdue for Zootopia, man. Free Guy has some good potential. I think I really like that movie. I think it does have a good set of potential. Try to remember it because it's hard to see these small stuff. Black Cauldron, even though that movie is not, it has its fans. I'll admit, I'm not one of them. I don't really care for it, but I do see the potential. Freaky Friday, not likely. Mary Poppins, I've always heard there's a lot of potential for it, and I definitely do see that too. Saludos Amigos, not likely. Soul, that's a ripe movie. Perfectly ripe. Sky High, definitely long overdue. Luca, I have yet to see, so I'm going to put that right here because I don't know yet. Oliver and Company, I'm just gonna say it. Long overdue. I love that movie. It deserves proper representation. 101 Dalmatians, the original, even though the Dalmatians did have a pretty significant involvement in the first Cage game, I could see potential for them to appear again. Same goes for Babes in Toyland. I think Toyland definitely has a lot of potential in the way that Wonderland did. Technically, Lady and the Tramp have also appeared in Kingdom Hearts. They are an image, the fountain area in the 3rd District, they are the image for that. So there could still be potential for them. G-Force. But you forgot this was a Disney movie. Yeah, no, impossible. The Aristocats, there's potential. Brother Bear, potential. Home on the Range. Just gonna put that at unlikely and leave it at that. Dumbo, we have had a Dumbo summon before, so there could still be potential to include him in future projects. Fun and Fancy Free. I actually see more potential in this one due to them doing like a classic Jack and the Beanstalk thing. Yeah. Johnny Tremaine. Yeah, that's not happening. Mighty Ducks, not happening. Three Caballeros, unlikely. Raya and the Last Dragon, that's another movie that's perfectly ripe. Robin Hood, we are long overdue for. If there was a way for me to get this, hang on. Oh my god. I made a bad mistake in putting it so many of these movies. Okay. Alright. Rocketeer, that's another one long overdue. Bambi, we had a summon for him, so again, there is definitely potential. Actually, in fact, you know what? Robin Hood. I'm gonna put Robin Hood in a long overdue as well. And same goes for robots. I didn't realize I just put that there too. But yeah, definitely, I want a Robots World. Even though Disney just got Fox, I really want a Robots World. So dear to my heart. I have never seen that movie. I just know that it's there. Something Wicked This Way Comes. I hear a lot of good things about that. Song of the South. Moving on. I can barely read what's going on here. Swiss Family Robinson. Something about it says unlikely. Even though it's a classic, I don't know. The Absent-Minded Professor, unlikely. Fox and the Hound, I see potential in. I could see a summon, for them. Jungle Book, that definitely has potential too, because if you know about the development of Birth by Sleep, you know that there was definitely a potential Jungle Book world that they were working on before it got scrapped. So yeah. Lone Ranger. Moving on. Princess and the Frog, that's long overdue. We are long overdue for one. Okay, I'm trying to adjust this so I can have enough of a chance. Okay, good. Hang on. I'm adjusting these so I could actually have a chance to put them on there. I'm going to straighten them all back once I'm done. Shaggy Dog, not likely. The Wild, bet you forgot this was another Disney movie too. Not likely. Why did I put Shaggy Dog in potential? I did not mean to. Oh my god. Oh, this was a bad idea. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Tomorrowland, I could see potential. Treasure Planet, long overdue. Yep. Up, long overdue. All right. Straighten this back up. All right, and there we have it. So just to recap, for Long Overdue, we have The Rescuers, Atlantis, Great Mouse Detective, Hocus Pocus, Emperor's New Groove, Meet the Robinsons, Wall-E, Lilo and Stitch, The Incredibles, Brave, Return to Oz, Bug's Life, Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia, Sky High, Oliver and Company, Robots, Rocketeer, Robin Hood, Princess and the Frog, Treasure Planet, and Up. The movies that are ripe for the picking: Coco, Moana, Onward, Encanto, Soul, and Raya and the Last Dragon. I could definitely see these worlds probably being the first choices for the new ones. As for potential, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Ratatouille, Love Bug, Watcher in the Woods, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Dinosaur, Enchanted, Cars, Pete's Dragon, Sword in the Stone, Finding Nemo, Frankenweenie, Wrinkle in Time, The Flight of the Navigator, Haunted Mansion, James and the Giant Peach, Race to Witch Mountain, Jungle Cruise, Bolt, The BFG, Ron's Gone Wrong, Turning Red, Ice Age, Black Hole, Inside Out, Free Guy, Black Cauldron, Mary Poppins, 101 Dalmatian, Babes in Toylands, Lady and the Tramp, The Aristocats, Brother Bear, Dumbo, Fun and Fancy Free, Bambi, Something Wicked This Way Comes, Fox and the Hound, Jungle Book, and Tomorrowland. Over and Unlikely, Homeward Bound, Chicken Little, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Make Mine Music, Melody Time, Ichabod and Mr. Toad, Mars Needs Moms, Nutcracker in the Four Realms, Saludos Amigos, Home on the Range, Three Caballeros, Swiss Family Robinson, Absent Minded Professor, The Wild, and Shaggy Dog. And in the Impossibles, I'll save for the Impossibles and then separate the ones I haven't seen. Okay, so Old Yeller, Apple Dumpling Gang, Midnight Madness, Parent Trap, Darby O'Gill and the Little People, Marvel, Star Wars, Newsies, Pocahontas, That Darn Cat, Freaky Friday, G-Force, Johnny Tremaine, Mighty Ducks, So Dear to My Heart, Song of the South, and The Lone Ranger. And as for the ones I haven't seen, those would be Valiant, The Good Dinosaur, and Luca. So if there is potential for those worlds, I don't know yet. But that is about all I could find in terms of Disney movies that we haven't seen yet. If there are any ones that you think do have potential and are not on this list, definitely let me know. And definitely open up the floor to discussion about these worlds. Are there ones that you think definitely do have more potential or are more long overdue for one than I believe? Let me know. Are there ones that you think are impossible to make that I am put up here high on the list? Definitely let me know. This list should be free out for everybody to use, so if you want, make your own tier list. So yeah, I wanted to make this. I'll probably do a future video doing a discussion about why I don't think Marvel or Star Wars could work in Kingdom Hearts, and that'll be sort of an essay video, just kind of one of that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.